So yes, you read that video title correct. That is not even clickbait. In today's video, in association with the Alabama Museum of Natural History, I went with my buddy Chris and a couple of other hunters to a private fossil site here in Alabama known for its Cretaceous-aged marine fossils dating back to around 82 to 83 million years old. And let me tell you, this is probably one of the best fossil sites I have ever hunted. And with that being said, I hope y'all enjoy, and let's get right into it. All right, guys, so we have made it to the site. And what we've been doing, we've been walking down this creek, just looking for gravel piles just like this. Move this shovel real quick. And already, we got shark teeth just on the surface. Check that out, that's a goblin shark. This would have been a chunky goblin right there. Oh, good condition goblin, nice. Missing a side cusp. Very nice. Oh, you can have it, dude. All right, well. Here's another goblin. Not bad. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start sifting this out. Yeah, the amount of goblin teeth we're gonna find today, I can already tell, it's gonna be stupid. Big goblin. Oh Lord, have mercy. Let's see that. Look at there. Nice, dude. Look at that. Pretty sure that's turtle shell.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
Nice.
Very cool. And it's probably a Cretaceous sea turtle.
Sea turtle, nice. That's a first for the channel. Cretaceous sea turtle. Oh. Lateral goblin tooth right there, broken. Doxyrhina.
Yeah.
Hey, yo. Oh my goodness. Oh, dude. That is a killer. Nice. That's
nice.
I've never found one in that condition before.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice one.
That gives me hope. That gives me a lot of hope.
That just boosted my confidence.
Oh, yeah. And look right down here. I saw this one coming out before he found that. Oh, that's a chunky goblin.
That's a nice one.
Oh, yeah. We are on it today. Got my teeth pile going on over here. All right. Let's see if I can get anything else in this sift. Oh, well, it would help if I actually sifted it out. All right. Got us a sift here, and right off the rip, another chunky goblin tooth. That boy is a big one. Let's see. What else? Broken, very broken goblin right there. Okay. There we go. First Squalicorax of the trip. That there is a Squalicorax yangensis. You can tell because of that notch on the side. It's one of the only species out here that have serrations too. So, into the teeth pile. Let's see. Broken goblin. Another chunky one. I'm liking it so far. I am liking it so far. Is it another, yep. Ooh, another good yangensis. Nice. And, oh, what is that? Oh, broken goblin. I always see the broken goblin roots and I'm like, oh, it's a something different.
What's that?
What is that?
Son of a gun.
Son of a gun.
We
Language,
were
buddy.
talking about this too.
Is that?
That is a
gar
gar
scale. Oh, dude. Nice. Okay. We gotta pick it up here. Literally just made a video about gar and their prehistoric relatives, and he finds one. Oh, stunner. I love those, dude. That position. That's a lower lateral?
Yes.
Nice.
Here's another piece of turtle.
Another piece of turtle.
Yeah. They're fairly common out here.
Yep.
You see that bony cellular structure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Nice. And then as he pulled that, I got another Squalicorax. And a teeny tiny, oh well, I just saw two. There's this tiny goblin, and then it looks like a Cretalamna under there, or maybe a posterior Squalicorax. I don't even know how I saw this. Or sorry, not Squalicorax. That looks to be a posterior Scapanorhynchus. goblin. Check this out.
Yeah, it is. It is a posterior
Yeah.
scalp. Yeah.
Those are pretty rare. I don't find those a whole lot. Into the pile. Awesome. It's like, okay, I'm gonna throw away this pile, and then oh wait, no, there's another, and there's another.
The real target for this creek is a Ptychodus.
Yes.
None have been found here.
Look at that. Just pulled that one right off the surface.
That's beautiful.
Oh yeah. Look at that. Squally corax right on top. Good size Yangensis. I was seeing teeth on the surface as I was shoveling it, so got another good feeling about this one. Oh yeah, right there. One goblin. I'll go through this one with the phone. Y'all can see it a lot better. What you got for me? Here we go. Grab it. Little goblin tooth right there. Not bad. Right there. Squally corax. The amount of squally corax here is kind of wild too. Like, I wonder why them in particular congregated here.
Well, this is a transgressive lag. The ocean was rising, and with its rising currents, it deposited these bone beds, much like you would find like shell lines, you know, at a beach. This is just heavier collected material all together. So they weren't just here, but this is where they all washed.
Ended up at, yep. Okay.
Deposition. Here's a patho goblin.
Ooh. Here, turn it to the side. Yep, you can really see that bend.
Yeah.
Boy, bent, boy. Nice.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've ever found a patho before.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, another goblin right on the surface here. Nice. One of these days, we're going to pull up a whole dinosaur. There's a vert. Oh, no, that's a fish tooth. Looks like a crushing plate. Yep.
Oh, sure is. Well, it looks like it. Turn it over.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's got that root. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Nice. What else you got? Oh. The biggest squally I've found so far here. Nice. Yeah, this is definitely the move right here.
I don't know why the Ptychodus have avoided us so far.
They knew we were coming.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. Oh, dang it. Look at that. I said it. I spoke it into existence.
You spoke it into existence?
Yeah.
Hold on. I got teeth falling off me here. Okay. Let's see it. Yep. Nice little Ptychodus tooth. You can see the wear pattern on the top there where it used the tooth. That's pretty cool. Alrighty. Oof. Dude, I'm rolling in the freaking squallies over here, dude. I love these. Oof, it's whole. I was thinking it wasn't gonna be. Good goblin right there. Nice. I saw just the root sticking through the sifter and I was like, oh, it's not whole. And then sure enough, it surprised me. What are you? Is that some sort of... That's weird is what that is. Chris, check this out. It's definitely bone or something.
It's wood.
It's wood.
Yeah, it's petrified wood.
It's not bone.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Check it out. Got the fancy slides on today. I had to get bougie on them a little bit. Because, Chris, I don't know if you knew this. Ptychodus in particular are really attracted to bougie slippers in the water.
Is that right?
That's what I've heard.
Okay.
So we're about to test it.
We are testing it, yeah.
Yeah. I guess they felt bad for you and made an exception.
Ooh. Is that burn on my water shoes?
I guess so. A little tooth right there. casually finding shark teeth while roasting this man alive. Ooh. Got something bone. It's an interesting piece, I'll say that. Ah, I see it now. This is from a fish called Enchodus, and this is the jaw. It's just right here would have been a fang coming off the front of the jaw, and it's just missing that. But other than that, yep. That's the first, oh, and it's gone. I dropped it, there we go. It's the first jaw piece of Enchodus I found. It's pretty cool. Now to just find one with the whole fang intact. Crazy little posterior
goblin shark.
Oh. Yeah, little goblin right there. Nice. I love those posteriors, dude. They're so cool.
They fold really, really crazy.
Goblin, broken goblin. Tiny broken goblin. Oh, there we go. Look at the handful we got so far. Oof, another chunky one there. Ooh, wash that one off. Another good lateral goblin tooth. Missing a little bit of the root on the side, but that's a good one for sure.
We've got a handful over here. Life is good.
Life is good.
Any Ptychodus teeth yet? One Ptychodus.
Oh.
One Cretoxyrhine. Two.
No, it's not a Cretoxyrhine. I pulled it from the sand. You see that already? You see that outline?
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Let's see it. Oh,
Big goblin.
That is a chunky one. Let me get it in the light. Ooh, nice. I can't get over that. Oh, and there's a tiny goblin right there.
Just a couple things like that makes it worthwhile.
Oh yeah.
Makes it a good day.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that one was literally in the sand. Oh, speaking of in the sand, another one. What is that?
Yeah.
Chris, hold on. Oh, let me show you all on camera real quick what I just picked up. See that little notch on the top?
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of like a ray plate or something, or some sort of ray tooth. Look at this.
I think this is a really, really small and really, really weird position Ptychodus. It is a Ptychodus.
Ptychodus, yeah.
But this is like a, I think it's a symphysial Ptychodus.
What?
Yeah, like right at the tip of the mouth.
That's wild. Oh, yep.
No,
It's probably right
can't
there.
go through that bag, so you have to really find them interesting. Right. Like you
Good little squally right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Display on campus to take the students over the west. Yeah,
another one.
that's pretty cool. Very cool.
Oh, right on the surface. Ptychodus. See the wear pattern on the top there. Gosh, these squally corax are insane. I love it.
What I was telling you about that guy, I said, who is this freaking guy? I said, does he not have to get a freaking job or do anything productive in his life? And you go, now, I'm fossil hunting today. Oh, look at this shark tooth. Look at this echinoid.
Yeah.
This is a rare example of not a Yangaensis.
There we go. A non-Yangensis squally corax. Those are pretty rare out here.
Not as common. Yeah.
Not as common.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, it's pretty good. I can't complain at all. But it's definitely getting ready we were on Labor Day, we were home for Dad. We told him what I was doing in horticulture and stuff like that.
Oh.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice lateral goblin right there. I love this position. Got the side cusp on the side. Full root, full blade. Not bad.
This is what it is.
What is that?
It's in that really dark gray kind of the Buccatonum.
Nice little tooth right there.
That's where I like to go up there and look for crabs. Stuff them down in the can. On the other side, you reverse it.
Almost threw this one away.
That's super weird.
Look at that.
Super weird thing.
Oh my goodness. That is a chunky Squalothorax. Would you say that's the Enchodus as well?
It is,
Yeah. Nice.
Someone from the museum comes out.
Oh.
If they're doing
Look at this, y'all. I was about to throw away the sift, and on the side here, another little Cretalana. Just stuck to the side of the sifter.
You didn't have to start a new bag, Chris. You could have gave me that Ptychodus out of there, and that would have freed up some room.
One time I wasn't recording, Chris sets down his shovel just to look through his sifter. I was like, Chris, look at these two goblins. Oh, two good ones too.
That's crazy.
Nice. Here you go, buddy.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Got the double cusps on. Yeah. Yeah, you can really see it right there. Nice. A good goblin right there. And another one. Oh, that's a nice one.
That's pretty.
And then another chunky. This is just the sift of the big teeth. Chunky Enchodus. Oh my. Three-toe lamina right there. Oh, and another banger of a Cretalana in the same sift. Oh my goodness.
So there's sometimes where the Cretalana show out down here.
Yeah. I'm very happy with that sift though. Got a little Cretalana there. We got one almost got thrown out.
What appears to be mosasaur.
Mosasaur.
I have to double check. It's kind of beat up, but
Yeah.
But it does seem to have the right pulp cavity, so
Nice.
yeah, I'll get it home and get it cleaned up.
For sure. Now guys, just for reference, usually on my other sites, I'm only able to fill up the bottle about halfway. I'm already almost full here. And we're not even, 2 hours in. That is a pretty goblin tooth right there. That's a big one. Awesome, dude. Good job.
That makes it worthwhile.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right off the bat. Big goblin. Oh, that's still in the matrix.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. And is that a Ptychodus? What are you? Broken Ptychodus. Yeah. So by this point in the hunt, we had been out there for so long hunting that most of my camera equipment started overheating. So these next few clips you're going to see are just going to be a rapid fire back to back of stuff that I've already found off camera, and I'm showing it to y'all. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Look at this rock right here. Looks just like a gar scale, but it's a rock. That is so disappointing. All right, y'all, check this out. So we got all these from one sift. But see this piece on the bottom here? That is a soft shell turtle fossil. Probably impossible to tell the genus from what piece we have here, but never found one of those before. You can tell that texture on the top. That's turtle, so that's pretty cool. Another sift full of shark's teeth, and on the surface here, look at that chunky Squalothorax. I love these teeth. They're everywhere out here. I bet you I've got well over 100 teeth already. And we're just gonna keep going for a couple more hours. And another handful, all from one sift. I'm getting the light here. All from one sift. That goblin right there, and the one on the bottom is really nice. This spot is turning out to be a treasure trove, I'll tell you what. So guys, another little Ptychodus from that last sift. A different tooth position than the last one. I don't know exactly where this one would be from in the jaw, but that one doesn't have any wear pattern on the top. It hardly was used, it looks like. So that is pretty cool. Got a couple squalicorax in there as well. Not bad. Look at this, guys. Before I even pulled the sift up, I got this little crinolamna anterior. You can tell because of those side cusps. So, awesome. I love me some crinolamna. What you got there?
Pathological squalicorax. So this is a tooth that was misshapen in the mouth. And for whatever reason, due to injury or just age or whatever, it was totally misshapen. You see the edge is all bent up.
Mm-hmm.
And so these are pretty uncommon finds, but when you're collecting as many teeth as we are, they are bound to pop up just by volume.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty neat.
Nice.
And the whole thing's there. It's all
Whole
there.
thing?
Yeah,
Awesome, dude. Good find.
pretty neat.
There, I haven't even put this in the sifter yet. There's 2 squalicorax on top. Let's check this big one out. Yep. About as good as they get right there. Still got serrations and everything. And just as I pulled that squalicorax, check this out. Another good goblin right on top. So this is definitely what you like to see on the top of your sift. Y'all see it? Let's see. Please be whole. Yep. Ugh. Perfect anterior goblin shark tooth. Nice. All right, guys, I'm going through another sift here. I got a couple of the teeth I found in here laid out. But do y'all see that one right there? That is a very nice goblin tooth. Both side cusps, good root, good blade. Oh yeah, they don't get much better than that, to be honest with you. Oh. See the root right there of a good squalicorax. Yep. Perfect. All right,
You're not
Chris,
going to like me for it.
not gonna like you for it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He said he's got something film worthy. So let me try not to slip and die in the creek. Lay it on me. Oh, that is a big old gar scale.
That is Atractoscius.
Atractoscius, yep.
Yeah.
Same genus as the modern day alligator gar.
Yeah, alligator and Cuban.
Yep. That is
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
So you found 2 gar scales, and I found 1 pseudo gar scale. 1 not so gar scale. That's awesome though, dude.
Yeah, that's one of the better ones I found. So, yeah.
Guys, check out these shark's teeth right here. I got a handful of them right here. But these 2 cretolamina at the top, you can tell just how different tooth positions they are. The one on the right, that's an anterior, and the one on the left, that's more of a lateral. But same species, it's just completely different tooth position. They look completely different too. So check this out. This is a coral, head of a coral from the Cretaceous period. These are relatively rare out here. The specific layer of geology that we're finding these shark's teeth from, it's the same layer that I find teeth from in my other videos at that other creek I hunt. And yeah, I've never found one of these from this layer before. So that is really cool. And I just finished that clip of the coral here, and I looked down at my foot. Right here is a Ptychodus tooth on the surface. Now it's pretty beat up, pretty worn, but that notch on the side, that tells you that's Ptychodus. So that is pretty cool. Literally right next to my feet. Yep, y'all see that? That is bad news for us. That means we might have to get out of here early. So if y'all couldn't already tell, I did a little bit of hunting off camera. Yeah, just a little bit. I gotta go through and sort all these out. Realizing this is gonna take a lot longer than I thought it would.
2,000 years later.
499 shark's teeth. Oh, literally one more. Just needed one more. That's wild right there. Gosh, that is probably, I say probably, that is by far my record right now. Alright guys, after a very long time of sorting for these best teeth, this is what we've got. Oh yeah.
That's a lot of fish.
Got a broken teeth pile over here. A good majority of them in there, but all these were some of the best that we found on that trip. We got our 3 Ptychodus over here. I still can't get over this little symphesial right here. That is just insane. I've never found a symphesial Ptychodus before. I didn't even know what they looked like until I found this thing. That is super cool. And then in a first for the channel, we found more Squalicorax teeth on this trip than we did goblin teeth, which is just unheard of. I counted 63 good Squalicorax teeth. And that's just the good quality teeth. That's not even counting all the ones that are in here. Most of, if not all of these, are going to be from Yangensis. Like a really good example is that one there. That's a full tooth. That's not broken. But you can see the notch on the right-hand side of the tooth. That is very indicative of Yangensis. And then other than the shark's teeth, we got all these other really obscure, just random things over here. We got some ammonite right here, a little steinkern piece. This is the internal mold of the shell. After the shell withered away, the fossilized mud that was left inside the shell. I think this is pretty cool. Soft shell turtle. Definitely another first for the channel. You can tell that texture on top, that's soft shell. Got our little petrified wood piece right here. Our other piece of sea turtle shell, non-soft shell turtle. And you can see that bony structure, the spongy texture inside there. That's how you know it's bone for sure. Got the only snail steinkern of the trip right here. Not too bad. Let's see. This thing, I am still inclined to believe this is a gar scale. Just super worn and beat up. Chris was saying it's not a gar scale, it's just a really, really odd looking rock. And I don't know, dude. I don't know. Because that looks so much like one, even like the ridges on the sides there. That makes me think it's a gar, but I'm not sure. I kept it though. Our Enchodus palatine jaw piece here. This is where that fang would have come out on the end. Sucks it was missing, but I've never found one of these before, so I will not complain there. And then this thing right here, this solitary coral. It's not a horn coral. It looks very similar to the horn corals that you find in Paleozoic sites here in Alabama. But nope, this is just a single solitary coral. I don't know the exact species or genus, but yep. And again, a big thank you to the Alabama Museum of Natural History for making this trip possible. This is by far the best, most productive fossil hunt I have ever been on. And hopefully soon I'll be able to get back out to that site and hunt it some more, and hopefully we'll find some other cool, rare finds. And with that being said, I will see y'all in the next one.